What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel, guys. I have a special request. We back in Sweden with my guy Andrew Austin. Somebody sent me this, the three things about America that don't make sense after living in Sweden. I always find these interesting. Glad my guy Andrew back making videos, but we finna check out these three things that don't make sense. So y'all hit that subscribe button, send down those recommendations.
Hey guys, what's going on? Andrew coming at you. We're going to talk about three things that just don't make sense to me after living in Sweden about the United States, and we'll get into it. Number one, here we have to talk about student loans and our attitudes around student loans, because in Sweden they do have student loans, but a lot of university is publicly funded. And where people get student loans from is like for their housing costs and the fact that they're usually not working while they're going to university.
Before he fit, this is interesting that he brought this up because, as y'all know, let me get a little bigger over here so I can explain this. As y'all know, Joe Biden, signed or passed where, if you have student loan debt, you can get it forgiven basically, or they'll put like you can get like 10, 20K wiped off your student debt, only if you apply. So this was like a month or so ago. You were able to apply. Now that system has crashed. There's people that probably procrastinated and now they can't apply. They gotta wait. I got an email. I wish I could show y'all. I got my email that even states that, hey, your what's the name's been approved. So we just waiting. I guess they gotta go to court or something to fight it or make sure that it gets passed, or because they even extended the loan payments again to June of 2023. This is interesting that he started off with this, like, because this is kind of what's been going on here in the States. But yeah, people haven't been able to apply because the system is down, or they told them they'll have to try again later, type of thing. Which is interesting because, like, if you receive Pell Grants and all those different things, then you're able to get 20K. But if you did not receive Pell Grants or anything, like, you only get 10K. Interesting, but yeah, that's our situation. So I know for sure they wiping off 20. I mean, I still owe a certain amount, but they need to just wipe off all mine. You know what I'm saying? For real.
And it's about, I don't know, $100 to maybe $150 a month payment that Swedes need to make for like 50 years or something like that. Dang. Like, they can stretch it out for such a long time that it doesn't become this big monthly bill. Where in the United States, it's not strange to be paying $450, $500, maybe $800 a month on your university. And a lot of students get maybe $100,000 in debt if they get a really, really big job. Like, if you want to be a doctor, it's not strange to be $250,000 in debt. And so
as a doctor, you're gonna pay that off quick. But this is the thing too. We do have payment options, because those loans, those payments don't start kicking into, like, I think 6 months after you finish school. But like those payments, you can just tell them, hey, this is the type of job I work. I don't make that much, and you can pay as little as nothing if they see that you don't make enough. But you just got to talk to them, though.
Biden has just trying to pass through the student loan forgiveness. It's going to blanketly forgive $10,000 in student loans. And if you got a Pell Grant, it's going to try to forgive up to $20,000. Yep. Now, I'm sure this is going to be fighted in the court systems. Now, even though I talked about the Swedish system,
it's going to be. That's what they said. Man, I gotta find it now, man. Let me see. Because like I said, I just got mine. I know that this video, no, I didn't want to make this video longer than it had to be, but Andrew is right. I don't even know how to, let me see. Student loan. If it loads up, let me see. Okay. Oh, no, wait a minute. That's not right. I'm telling you guys, he's right. It says something about the courts. Mine's did too. Like, so it's like they put it, it's like they telling us it's approved and stuff, but really they still have to go through a whole nother process. Oh, is that it? Oh, that's Biden care. When did he get that? Oh man. Surely, maybe I'll take a picture of it. My fault, guys. because I'm trying to explain this because it's a real thing. Oh, wrong one. No, that's not it. Dang it. When did I receive that email? Y'all make sure y'all skip over this part in the video. Skip through. Oh. Yes. So it's telling me that the student loan debt relief plan President Biden and I announced on August 24 reviewed your application, determined that you are eligible for the loan relief under the plan. We have sent the approval on to your loan service. You do not need to take any further action. So technically, I don't have to do nothing. You know, I applied. I thought it was going to be a long process. The process took, maybe 5 minutes. Probably less than that. Probably took like 2 to 5. But unfortunately, a number of lawsuits have been filed challenging the program. Guys, this is a real email. This is a real email. Y'all can see I'm reading off of this. People are mad. There's lawsuits because student loans are finna get paid off. And people are mad. Which have blocked our ability to discharge your debt at present. We believe strongly that the lawsuits are meritless and the Department of Justice has appealed on our behalf. Your application is complete and approved, and we will discharge your approved debt if and when we prevail in court. We will update you when there are new developments. So you see that? This is real. He's speaking facts. It's crazy that, you know, we getting this debt wiped out. And I'm sure it's people that's mad that probably paid theirs out of pocket a long time ago when college was $20, you know? So, yeah. But this is a crazy thing. If they go back on this, I'm going to be upset, you know, because that $20K, because I was receiving Pell Grant. That $20K going to be very, very helpful to knock that debt out.
What doesn't make sense in the States is they just talked about the student loan forgiveness. And I've seen so many people post on social media like, what about the people that paid their student loans? Which to me, after living in Europe, doesn't make a whole lot of sense because you're just saying that you're unhappy that other people are getting help and you didn't get help that you no longer need. Which to me, I feel like if you paid off your student loans, you would also feel like, wow, that was really tough. I'm happy that other people can get help. But this thought process of it doesn't benefit me, so it's not a good thing, doesn't make sense because I don't understand how we can't understand how when one person does better, we all do better. Like if people that need help get help, then we do better as a society as a whole. And we have to stop with this individualism of it doesn't help me, wham. I think that that's a bad way to look at it because we need people to go to university. We need people to become teachers. We need people to become doctors. Now, one thing that maybe the United States can do, which I would agree with, is maybe certain professions that are needed. For example, there's a teaching shortage in the United States. Well, what if you forgive people that become teachers student loans? Exactly. But overall, I do think that we need to get a control of the college situation, and I think Americans need to shift their attitude toward student loans because it is such a big hurdle. You're unable to buy a home in a lot of cases, get a car. You just get bogged down by debt, and there's nothing good about it. The number 2 thing that doesn't make sense about America is how we embrace always like doing a lot, but because we don't have universal health care, that's such an American thing. So I'll give an example. Like we eat to an excess, we drink to an excess, consume. We use probably the most prescription drugs than any other country. You know, you go to a doctor and you want to get that medication right away. But when it comes to maybe living healthy, maybe getting enough sleep, maybe having a healthy work-life balance, a lot of Americans, we don't have that. And because healthcare is not publicly funded, it doesn't matter that people just do whatever they want. Where what I've seen in like European systems where because healthcare is publicly funded, I kind of feel like people are shamed a little bit more. Like I don't want to say shamed, like you shouldn't be shamed if you're overweight or based on the way you look. So please don't take it that way. But what I mean is shamed if you're not living a healthy lifestyle, if you're not making good decisions. Everybody else that's paying into the system has to pay for you. So I'll give an example. If you're smoking cigarettes all the time, that might be looked down in the society. If you're not eating healthy, that might be let down in the society. Where in America, we don't have that mentality a lot of times. I'm not saying that, again, we should judge people.
Because I feel like in America, you judge people by how much money they make anyway. So people are not looking at, oh, my money going in. And certain things, when it comes to taxes, like school taxes and all those things, now people, you know, that can get people talk. Cause we have a situation right now in my town, like they voted no to build new schools for the kid because they didn't want the taxes to go up. It's crazy.
Well, but simply put, maybe we don't sell like gigantic drinks in the store for people because if basically if the U.S. government had to pay for medication and they had to pay for people's health care, they would make all these changes to make people more healthy, and people would probably be happier if they were healthy at the same time. Make no mistake, if the United States government was paying for insulin, for example, it would drop dramatically. So yes, I think that we need to have a better collective mentality of each other, our overall health, and I think that COVID showed that because we had such high numbers of death because we have a lot of people in the country that are out of shape. Yeah. Of course, also COVID is dangerous and everybody should get vaccinated or should have got vaccinated at the time. But at the same time, we need to live healthier lifestyles, and we just simply don't do it. And we live in a society where the car is just, everybody uses the car constantly, and you're not getting around and you're not walking a lot. So those are things that don't make sense to me now in the United States. We need to up our health systems in the U.S. The number 3 thing that doesn't make sense in the United States is how so many things are still done by paperwork. When I talk about the IRS, it just feels like when it comes to paying taxes, doing anything government-related wise, we're still shifting from paper to electric. And it's like 2022, like doing things online, doing things on the internet. It is still slow. It is still so much like paper signing documents that it's just getting old and old. So hopefully the IRS is going to change this because they are talking about offering this because paying taxes in the States is a complicated process.
And I feel like most people information don't change like that. Like, I feel like most people be on their job 20, 30 years. It's like, why they keep having to update their stuff and they been living and at the same job for all these years.
A lot of people actually have to spend money and hire someone privately to just help them with their taxes when they could just make it easy and do it online. Or there's companies like H&R Block where they sell these computer programs that people buy to be able to pay for their taxes, when in reality, the IRS, the taxes we pay, should just offer us something like this online for free. That doesn't make sense. We need to move up in technology. And part of the reason I think we haven't moved up in technology is because we have a bunch of dinosaurs in Congress. A lot of people in leadership in the United States are way too old. We got 80-year-old people running the government. So no wonder things are still on paper. We need to move to electronic. I think it'll save us costs. It'll cut down on a lot of...
We got people that was still in the civil rights movement and all that stuff. Like, what are they doing? Get some new faces in.
We need to move to electronic. I think it'll save us costs. It'll cut down on a lot of waste. And it'll get things done smoother and quicker for everybody. We can help each other out more if we can move a lot more things electronic. And that's not going to happen as long as we have very old people running everything in the government. So I'm hoping for term limits. So yes, I guess I bounced around in this video just a little bit. But yeah, it was interesting. This is my feeling on this. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. And I'll see you guys in the next video.
Thanks, Andrew. Definitely got to do... He got a part 2 to this, but yeah, my fault. If y'all have to skip through that part, I know some of y'all still gonna let me hear it, and I'm telling you, I know I told you late, but I was looking because I just got that email like 2 days ago, literally. I know he made this video maybe a month ago. He probably did. I think this one he just made part 2. So, but yeah, it's crazy, like the timing in this, because like I said, just got that email, and there's lawsuits against student loans. So now it's still up in the air if our student loan debt is going to be erased. Me personally, like you said, a lot of people everywhere, some of us pay off things. Some people don't get to or don't have to pay off things, you know, because something comes in. It's like you should be happy that, okay, that's good for them, you know. Maybe I was fortunate enough to pay off what I needed to pay off. You know, some people work jobs and, you know, save all their money and stuff like that. Or some people inherit money and all that stuff and get to pay. So everybody is different strokes for different folks. So you just got to be, you know, you can't be worried about somebody else's business. Me personally, that's what I think. You know, if I paid off $50,000 in student loan debt from my own pocket, but you telling me somebody else finna get it free, you know, in my mind, I probably would think, oh man, that's not fair. But then again, it's like, man, people got to take advantage of opportunities because there's always going to be new opportunities. I remember when I went to college, like the college I went to, all of a sudden my high school, 4 years later, when I'm getting ready or already graduated college, they start offering free tuition to that college and all that stuff. So it's like, dang, I wish they had, like you said, dang, I wish they had that one out. But it's like, dang, y'all better take advantage of that opportunity because college is expensive. But definitely enjoyed this, Andrew. Definitely going to check out part 2. So y'all hit that subscribe button, sit down on those recommendations, and y'all be blessed, be the best, and be you. I'm out.